The Prodigal Son, a life-changing lesson Jesus taught that you must hear today. What if everything you were searching for was something you already had, but lost sight of? Today we revisit one of the most profound stories Jesus ever told. A story of brokenness, rebellion, but also love, redemption, and coming home. This is not just the story of a wayward son, it's the story of you, of me. This is the parable of the prodigal son, and its wisdom might just change your life. There was a man who had two sons. The younger, filled with restlessness and desire, said, "Father, give me my share of the estate." And just like that, the father, without protest, grants his son the freedom to choose. That's the first truth. God never forces us to stay. We are free to explore, even if it leads us away. So the young man sets off, full of dreams and independence. But like many of us, he mistakes freedom for fulfillment. He wastes his wealth, time, and soul in pursuit of pleasures that vanish like smoke, until the music stops, the lights go out, and a famine arrives. Isn't it often when we hit rock bottom that we finally hear our own heart speak? The young man, once surrounded by crowds, now finds himself alone, feeding pigs, starving, forgotten. But here's the miracle: he comes to his senses. "Even my father's servants have food. I'll return, not as a son, but a servant." This is humility. This is repentance. Not wrapped in shame, but in the desire to be whole again. Have you ever had that moment where pride gives way to clarity? When you realize that going home doesn't make you weak, it makes you wise. So he rises, he returns. But before he even reaches the gate, while still a long way off, his father sees him. The father runs, not with judgment, but with compassion. Not with questions, but with open arms. This is not a story about a runaway. It's a story about a father who never stopped watching the road. The son begins to speak his apology, but the father interrupts him with celebration. "Put a robe on him, a ring on his finger. Let the feast begin." Because love doesn't wait for perfection. Love rejoices when the lost is found, when the dead comes alive again. But the story doesn't end there. The older brother, faithful, obedient, hears the music and feels anger. "I've been here all along," he says, "and no celebration for me?" The father gently replies, "You are always with me. All I have is yours, but your brother was lost and is found." Sometimes we too become the older brother, resentful, comparing, entitled. But Jesus reminds us, love is not a competition. Grace is not earned. We are invited to celebrate the miracle of return, not measure who deserves more. This parable is more than a story, it is a mirror. Are you the younger son longing to return from a place of pain? Are you the older son, struggling to celebrate grace you think wasn't fairly given? Or perhaps you're being called to be like the father, open-hearted, quick to forgive. Jesus, in his wisdom, teaches us this: no matter how far you've gone, how low you've fallen, or how lost you feel, there is always a way back. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by your decision to rise again, to come home, to receive and extend grace. Life is short. Don't waste it running from the very love that's waiting to welcome you. Take a moment today to reflect. Ask yourself, where is my heart? Who do I need to forgive? What part of me needs to return home? Be still. Listen. The Father is already watching the road.